copy, Mr. Harris, bringing information into base with you. 4. Miss Gladys, come in the bay. Who got me?
In 2009, the unemployment rate was almost 10%, but the high-tech industry could not find enough qualified people to fill their jobs. Instead, they had to go halfway around the world to recruit the engineers and programmers they needed.
The only really proven thing to make an economy work well is to have a well-educated workforce. And people get panicked about the economic success of this country. Well, there's one thing that will determine that.
Bill Gates was so worried about the state of our schools, he testified before Congress.
We cannot sustain an economy based on innovation unless we have citizens well educated in math, science, and engineering. If we fail at this, we won't be able to compete in the global economy. How strong the country is 20 years from now, and how equitable the country is 20 years from now, will be largely driven by the citizens.
No, please, Mr. Johnson.
Rick Ayers is a
I'll be
full-time
consenting
teacher
to
at
most
the
of it.
Communication Arts and Science program at Berkeley High School. Your response to Gates' analysis?
Oh my, Bill Gates was so concerned, he testified before Congress. You and I are concerned, we'd like to testify, we're not in Congress. So somehow, because he's Bill Gates, it's such a wonderful thing that he wanted to testify. I don't really get all of this. We could be doing much stronger education in the sciences, but the idea that
My bad,
this corporation
Just right on the plate.
should be is again, that's what I'm saying. There's no invitation to question how the economy is done and what's happening. There's also in there, if you notice, which is very important to kind of read between the lines, there's a notion that we're at war. We're at war with China and India, and it's an economic competition. And the important thing is that we beat them, so that we will be on the top, they will continue to be in the sweatshops. We don't want their economies to rise up. It's this international struggle. It's a Darwinian battle, and we must win. Well, I don't remember when I signed up for that war. I don't remember when the little 6-year-old became a soldier in that war. And maybe students should be learning to imagine a world where we don't have empire and we don't have such inequities in the world economy, and we get along better with people around the world. That's nowhere in there.
James, we have about a minute left. I'd like to ask you one other question, which is about the issue of the role of parents and communities. In the 60s and 70s, obviously, there was a huge move by minority parents to gain control of their public schools, to have more of a say in how their children were educated. And now we're getting an essentially top-down movement, determining how the schools and local communities will be determined, even who goes to them, and in essence, breaking down the sense of the community.
Just delivered Xavier Carrillo. Feel free. I think it's about 6 o'clock to Maryville. Copy.
We need to decriminalize learning. Learning today is so surveilled and tested and gotcha questions, and students are being told what's right and wrong. And we need to make learning again curriculum understanding. And we need to get back to transforming the power in the community.
Rick Ayers, I want to thank you, former high school teacher, founder of the Communication Arts and Science program at Berkeley High School, is currently adjunct professor in teacher education at the University of San Francisco. That does it for today's program. Democracy Now! Produced by Mike Burke, Sharif Abdel Kaduz, Aaron Mate, Angela Thomas, Steve Martinez, Nicole Salazar, Connie Masood, Robert Karen, I'm Juan Gonzalez. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, so, the key to support your business and sponsor our third annual fundraising golf tournament, the Higher Open. Higher Open.org will tell you that the event is being held on the Torrey Canyon Golf Course on Sunday, November 7th. Higher Open.org will inform you that your donation includes green fees, card, practice balls, gear, and St. Armand's. Higher Open.org won't tell you when you need golf swing and iron winners or how PG drives golf carts so well most of the time. Higher Open.org does not mention that I seldom shoot since being on the front line, and Higher Open.org does not begin to describe. 195 yards there, he's good. This is got another team. Started, so just get started. It looks like a wreck. It's in the hole! It's in the hole! Support community radio 90.1 KPFT. This is HotAirWiki.org. Okay, no. 90.1 KPFT.
Welcome to Wiki on this planet. I'm Dr. Helen Colcott, and in this program we talk about the greatest medical and environmental threats to all life, such as nuclear weapons and nuclear power, global warming, ozone depletion, toxic pollution, deforestation, and many other social and political issues that relate to global well-being. So if you love this planet, keep listening. Hello, and welcome to If You Love This Planet. This week on the program, our special guest is Jane Swanson, a mother and a grandmother who's been an active member of the Mothers for Peace organisation since its formation in 1969. In 2006, the group challenged the Nuclear Regulatory Commission in federal court, opposing the Diablo Canyon nuclear power plant in California, and they won. To tell us more about this case and other actions Mothers for Peace are involved with, Jane Swanson joins us now on the phone from California. Welcome to the program, Jane.
Thank you very much, Howard. It's my pleasure.
So what I'm interested in talking to you about, well, I suppose the whole thing, but the formation of Mothers for Peace, how did it originate?
Well, you can't get any more grassroots than the San Luis Obispo Mothers for Peace. I won't say San Luis Obispo every time that I do want to emphasize that our local group are not national, we're here in California. We began when a young woman who happens to be a mother wrote a letter to the editor in our local paper, and her contact was about the Vietnam War and how endorsed it for more routes please, no sleeping children. People of like mind to join with her because she thought as a group we could be more effective in trying to wind down that unreasonable war. So we really did start as a our main. So a few people responded and we started meeting in each other's living rooms, and I think it was by the second or third meeting that we agreed on our main. Families to promote for peace, and it didn't take us too long to turn our attention to nuclear power and radioactive waste as our main issue.
And San Luis Obispo is on the Californian coast. Now, is that the nuclear power plant, Diablo Canyon, that was very near the primary residence of Richard Nixon at the time?
How you think of it, Richard Nixon's residence was definitely down in from Diablo Canyon.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to know, is there someone over there to bring anything in so I can bring our bus back over there?
Picture that. And 90 miles
They
down
just
the
understand the buses will be handled at a later date. Just go straight on the handle. You got me?
The greater Los Angeles
copy.
area
Thank you. I'll do it here.
estimating somewhere around close to
Yeah, that's
300 miles south of the Diablo Canyon nuclear power plant. If there were a fire releasing radioactive substances into the air, there's a distinct possibility that people would go as far as that huge metropolitan area.
Well, when you look at the man from Chernobyl and the terrible